Waiting for it. All right, there you go. Hey everyone, welcome to Fork It, the weekly podcast and live stream where I work on open source. We do some open source contributions, hopefully, but really learning some new tools, some debugging and development best practices. And today we are going to continue a series I started last week on ordering pizza as code. We're using infrastructure as code providers to order pizza, and that's the goal. We want to have pizza at the end of the day. We are open sourcing, or I am open sourcing all of the code on how to do this. And the first week we looked at using Terraform, and this week we're looking at Crossplane. I just clap to get my audio in sync, because whenever I edit this stuff, it always ends up delayed somehow, and I have different sources. So let's go ahead and pull up my terminal here, and let's get a browser window so we can show off Crossplane. Here we go. All right, so this is the project we're going to use. And the difference here with Crossplane versus Terraform is a local DAG creator where it creates a graph of all of the resources I need to use to call an API for infrastructure. And it does that locally. It's using the command line utility and the APIs to be able to say, okay, Terraform knows what it needs to create first and second and third. And then it sends all that to the different APIs in order. So when I was ordering a pizza, I needed to create the address first, and then I create the order, those sorts of things. I'm pretty sure Domino's is all one API. I didn't actually look at it. But in general, that's how it would work. Crossplane is a little bit different, where it's going to use a controller inside a Kubernetes cluster. And so I'm going to submit some data over to Crossplane, just like the HCL I write in Terraform, where I'm writing some configuration language, some data to say, this is what I want the end state to look like. And Terraform as the command line will generate the thing I needed. And in this case, Crossplane is going to generate the thing I need. And Crossplane works very similar, where there's providers installed to call the different APIs, all that sort of stuff. I'm also cross-streaming this on TikTok. So hi TikTok, if you have questions, let me know. As soon as I get started, it's a little easier for me to look at the phone. But if you want to see the full stream, I am doing it on my YouTube right now. So I have a whole series so far. I think this is the 8th episode of this stream. So yeah, feel free to join me over there or ask questions on TikTok. So the main thing that's different with Crossplane versus Terraform is I need a Kubernetes cluster for Crossplane to work. And so as soon as I get started, I have to actually just create a Kubernetes cluster. And this can be any Kubernetes cluster. So we're going to do it today with Kind. And I hope y'all can see that all right. Let's make it a little bit bigger. I don't need all that space. Kind, create cluster. And we're just going to go ahead and use the defaults. I don't think I need a specific version. Let's just go ahead and try to make it work. Crossplane Domino's. And I know the reason I started this was because Crossplane already wrote up a blog post now 3 years ago about ordering pizza with the Domino's API. So Domino's is often a fun first time provider that people will create because they have an API. Thanks, Damon. So they walk us through the entire process here of how to make this work. I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the GitHub. Which I know I saw. The project, here's the project. So we have this project that they created from a templates, and it'll probably tell me how to get started. So I do I have Crossplane installed? Let's double check. Probably version. Nope. So let's brew install Crossplane. Oh, I don't have it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Keem is exhausted. I know. It's Friday, though. Just finished. Oh, you just finished 3-hour design, enterprise email sequence, and Salesforce. Woo! That sounds not fun. You should take off early. Install Crossplane. There we go. Oh, see, this is installing in. Install Crossplane, the Helm charts. I don't want that yet. I need a local Crossplane CLI. There we go. So we got a curl to bash. Manually install. Is there something else I can do? No, I guess that's only curl to bash. All right, let's go with it. Zaid is asking if I think Crossplane is the next big thing. I think that people who enjoy working with Kubernetes try to collapse all of their other tools into one tool. And I think Crossplane is a good implementation of that. But I think that it adds complexity and it makes everyone else require them to learn Kubernetes. And there are benefits of not knowing Kubernetes. And so there are absolutely areas where Terraform makes sense, and people should not have to have, like, again, I'm running a Kubernetes cluster so I can call a Domino's API. Should that be required? Is that a general requirement that we think is a good idea? For some people that already have Kubernetes clusters, they'll say, yes, of course, I understand Kubernetes. I'm an expert in Kubernetes. Everything should be Kubernetes. For other people, like I ran Terraform without needing to run a Kubernetes cluster. That was great. I ran it from my local machine, and that was a good experience, except for the provider didn't work. But in general, it was a good experience. Yeah, why do I need a cluster to hit a pizza API? Exactly. And that's in simple situations, Crossplane is way overkill. In complex situations and when there's bigger teams and you already have some of these resources, you want to use those resources that you're already using. Okay, so let's go back to this. We have, let's see. Oh, we're not on the kind cluster. Where was that? Kube control. I don't think I even have the, no. Kind export kube config, and I want, where's my kube config kind. Now we should get it. There we go. Now we have our kind cluster. We're ready to go. Bro, just record requests. And someone pointed out when I was ordering this with Terraform, like I could just use DoorDash, or I could just use the Domino's app, right? Like I don't have to do it this way. I can pick up a phone and I can call someone. There are all different ways of ordering a pizza, and sometimes we make things too complicated because we like the tools or we're used to those tools. Do I have a, what? I just installed it. Where'd it go? Crossplane got installed. I saw it. Crossplane. Oh, I have to move it. Is it in my local directory? Oh, it is. Okay. Local bin. There we go. All right. We have the Crossplane command line tool installed. I don't know if I even need this because I know I need the Helm chart. This is telling me to run that, but I want to get started and install Crossplane. There we go. Install Crossplane. And so again, this is going to run a controller inside the Kubernetes cluster, which is going to look at a bunch of CRDs. And these are all just data files that are stored in Kubernetes to then do actions to the API based on what those data files say. So we're going to add this. Oh man, if they're doing $, if I'm copying that $, oh good. Okay, at least they ignore it. I hate that. That is a documentation pet peeve of mine. Already exists. Look at that. I already have this thing. Okay, we updated our charts. And this is going to install Crossplane. So Helm install Crossplane. And again, this is running in a kind cluster. I don't need to, you don't have to have a cloud hosted cluster. This is just on my local machine. And then we can watch for them to run. One's already running. What? Ready? Oh, one's just not ready. Okay. There we go. Install specific version. Don't need that. Install deployments. Crossplane creates 2 Kubernetes deployments in the Crossplane system namespace. Okay, that's what I got. Yeah. So I think at this point I have the main controller running, And the next thing I need is I need the provider, and that's what this is doing here. So let's go ahead and grab this, and I have no idea if this is going to work. This was all written 3 years ago, as you can see, so it was written for fun. If Domino's changed their API, this isn't going to work. Clone in this so we get that examples. Examples, provider. Let's look at it. Let's look at it real fast. Okay, so we have a secret here, which is doing something in credentials. This is base64 encoded. We could look at that if we want. So it's a payment secret, a provider config. This is credentials. Okay, so this is our credentials JSON. We have to base64 that. So we have to make a file that has all of this information of my credit card, and we're going to put that in the secret, and that needs to go here for this credentials JSON. And then after that, we need to, oh, that's just a provider config. That's all it needs. Okay. And then create an order? Wait, I haven't even created anything. I haven't made a configure the provider. I didn't install a provider though. What? Developing, make against. I gotta be missing something. It's only order and provider here. Example order. And this is saying we need to do this API version for the provider. This has an address, which is the Domino's address, probably. That's where you're ordering from. Your information. Oh, and they do actually have a delivery. That's cool. The Terraform provider didn't have a delivery option. Oh, I could even say cash. Oh, that's even better. I don't need a credit card. I don't need to specify a credit card in the order. I can only order 14-inch cheese pizza, bottles of Coke, and 2 liters of Coke for now. Oh man, this provider sucks. 14-inch cheese pizza. That's it. That's all you get. Okay. Payment secret. So I don't know if I need this. What does order say? Yeah, it's the same. But now, where do you get the provider from? Let's go back to the blog post. Can you change the pizza parameter? So, I mean, if I look at the actual code, it's going to be hard-coded somewhere. That they probably have like an item number that they can use. And so they're not doing a lookup, because the Terraform provider did a dynamic lookup. I could add search terms and I could search for menu items. I couldn't create my own custom pizza, but I could add search terms and then look those up. If I look in... There's a template. That's it though. It's just going to read the config. What is Kubernetes? Hi. It is a way to manage resources, APIs, but also like machines. It's mainly meant for running containers. If you want to run a container somewhere, Kubernetes can help you do that. And just so running an application. And here's all of my provider pizza, provider configs, provider usage. Here's my orders. So do I have like a... It doesn't say cheese anywhere. I was just curious if it actually like hard-coded cheese in the CRD. Okay, so let's look at Crossplane. I gotta be missing something with installing this provider. Is this my repo? No, it's not. Someone at Crossplane created this repo, so I'm just I'm using it. I'm trying to. Inside of the provider, you can have many different types of managed resources. Yep. Controllers. I feel like Crossplane can be configured with secrets for authentication or other user-defined. But if I just say I want to use cache, in provider pizza, payment information is stored as a secret and referenced by provider config. Yep. Crossplane is designed with accessibility in mind. Typical users orchestrate cloud on-premise infrastructure, blah, blah, blah. You can also easily, yeah, so I want, can I just apply that? Let's see. Examples, provider, no. What? Order. Man, I'm still not used to this lazy Vim. Okay, so my order. Let's just get an order going. Place order true. Street address. I believe this is going to be the address that, not me. Hold on a second. Yeah. Okay. Now, last time I did this, someone's confused. Is this a script he's running or a bot input program? This is a, it's like a config file. Kubernetes manifests are just config files that you send into, so it's just data. This is all just YAML data that I push into a database, and then something else picks that up and runs with it and says, okay, we're going to go ahead and create that, whatever it is you requested based on that data. Oh no, and the Domino's website does not work for me. No, I can't click on it. I can't click anywhere on the Domino's website. So this is not gonna be good. Oh, you know what I can do though? Let me open another terminal, because I saved the address that was semi-close to me. Where am I going? Source, pizza, Terraform directory, and so this has an address that I can use, which is a Domino's address. Let's see. Hill City, Upland, California. What's the 91786? I don't know the phone number of this Domino's. Oh wait, I can find that in Google. Maps. I'm just doing some of this off screen to, not completely dox myself. They are not open yet, which I don't know if that's going to cause a problem or not. Let's see. Oops. Probably don't want that. Customer. Keep hitting. I'm at an angle right now because I'm streaming on my phone too, and so my keyboard's just a little off. Just a minute. Carry out and cache, because if I do that, hopefully I don't need a secret. Products name. So bottle of Coke. Cheese pizza. I don't need a secret, but I guess I do still need a config ref. What language is this in? This is YAML. This is just the data is YAML, which is how a lot of people configure Kubernetes clusters. Can you fuzz the name parameters for the Domino's API to find out if you can submit more stuff? I am assuming the limitation is based on the controller not implementing other stuff, not necessarily on the Domino's API, because the Domino's API for Terraform worked for me. You can pass whatever you want there. It's a string of values. Oh, did you look at the code and it's just a string? What am I looking at? Products. So if I look in here in products, JSON products. So for an order, we're going to loop over different products. Package CRDs. I don't know what their API would get for me here. If I just, yeah, here you go. This is all you can do. So you have to be in one of these things: a bottle of Coke, 2-liter Coke, or cheese pizza. So I could fork this and I could say, hey, actually I want a pineapple pizza. And I can add a case to give me a pineapple pizza. And that would be valid for me to do. And then I could build the controller and go ahead and run it. But I just want to see if this works. He doesn't even check cases for like lowercase. So I'm gonna make sure I'm fully compliant there with his case. Otherwise it's gonna fail. Can I explain how the controller connects to the API? I don't know yet. I'm assuming it just calls the API somewhere. There's probably is it importing in orders maybe? Let's see. So we're importing this PZ, Pizza Go. This is probably what it's using to call the API. So if I look at Pizza Go, this is the library it's pulling in. Domino's SDK and Go. There you go. So yeah, this is they pull in this library and they use this to make whatever orders they want. Oh my gosh, it's the Cruster API. This is hilarious. Oh, and that's actually, wait. There's a cluster API. Oh, apparently I know about this. I started before. Order Domino's pizzas with Kubernetes. So there's another way to order Domino's pizza with Kubernetes, and that's with cluster API or Cruster API, which is genius. What's my end goal, Max? My end goal is to get some pizza. And I know there's easier ways. I'm not going down that route. I'm just going to say I want some pizza, and we're going to learn how Crossplane works by doing it. And I know Crossplane. I've done stuff with it before, but this is a new thing for me to try ordering pizza with Crossplane. Cube builder generate Kubernetes API sample Domino's. So I can do this with a CRD with this Cruster API too. That'll probably be my next week. I'll do that another time. For now, we're just focusing on Crossplane, and we found how it's calling the API. So if I look for pz dot something, here it creates a client, pz clients, uses that client, and then does other things. So it's calling the API with that library. But I still didn't find, I have to install this controller somewhere. Why didn't I do that? Controllers. If I look on here, pizza provider. Why am I using Kubernetes? Max, that's a good question. Why am I? I don't know. This just gives me the config and an order. Okay, let's look back at that config. Let's write this space provider config. I'm still getting used to whatever Vim I installed here. So this does have a secret, but I don't need this because I'm going to pay cash, right? So I can just delete that out of there. Name example. Sure. I don't even need this secret. Like, will this work? examples, provider. No. Ensure CRDs are installed. Yeah, I don't have the CRDs. Where do those come from? I need to, oh, they're probably in, wait, probably a CRD folder. Cluster, Docker file. APIs, generate. What's in hack? What are you? Just, okay, boilerplate, nothing. Okay, next thing we can look at is the makefile. Builds, generate image, image push, run. Okay, so there is a package CRDs. Okay, so we can do this, we can do a run. I don't want to push. Go run. And this is going to run the provider locally. So I should be able to make run. This is just going to install the provider, and it's going to run it locally and looking at the Kubernetes API that I have probably defined from my shell. And it failed, right? Yeah. Okay. Resource mapping not found. Yeah, because I don't have the CRDs. Okay, so it's trying to install those. What? Why did it fail? Resource mapping not found. Namespace blank from no matches for kind custom resource depth. No custom what? If I apply them, no. Let's look at them. You have the CRs, but not the CRDs. Wait, let's... These are blank. Sweet. Seriously? Okay. Are they all blank? No. Custom resource definition. Oh, I don't want the... Okay, wait. Let's delete that provider one. Quit. Package, CRDs, order. I don't want an order yet. No, what? Resource mapping not found for name. Do I need to have Crossplane install something? Where is Crossplane getting these from? Crossplane. So this doesn't... Okay, let's go back to here. First, we need to configure the provider. I can't. I don't have the CRD. First, I need the CRDs. That's step number 1. I need the CRDs installed. So this is already assuming I have the CRDs installed, and I don't. Learn more. This provider template. And provider config. So this isn't going to answer the question for me. So I need to go back to Crossplane and just how do I get the CRDs ready to use? And that is the piece. So like usually in Terraform, I do a Terraform and init. I put my providers in my HCL file or whatever, my main TF, and that's going to download the executables for me to call the APIs. In this case, Crossplane is running. I have Crossplane available. It's running in its own namespace. and I have packages, or I have CRDs that Crossplane has defined. Providers. I have none of them actually here. So I need to probably define a provider, is my guess. But it's been a while. It's been a couple years since I did anything with Crossplane. So okay, let's sit down and see. And again, this is one of those situations where this is more complex than Terraform for me to set up. Once it's available, it's easier for me to share this than having everyone run Terraform on their own machines. So let's see if we can't figure out how to actually install this provider. And one of the things I actually like to do oftentimes with open source is I look for if there's any issues, right? Any closed issues or open pull requests. There's not really any. Because that sometimes helps me like, hey, I missed a step somewhere. Help me out. So we don't need this anymore, but I do need to set up a provider. And I don't think the Crossplane CLI gives me anything like that. Push a package. This is all for package management. I'm not making a package. I'm just using. So I probably don't need any of the Crossplane CLI stuff. Or install a package. How do can I find them? No. The kind of package to install. One of provider configuration or function. I don't think that's what I want. This is going to be on GitHub. No, it's not. Oh, that's a container registry. That's Docker Hub. Because these are all, these are all stored as images. So is there, let's see, wait. If I look back at the make file, they have an image push, but that's just the controller. Org name, Crossplane, provider pizza. Is there a Crossplane? Crossplane. Provider pizza? Come on. You have it in here. Provider pizza, updated a year ago. What's this? This isn't the same, no? I have no idea what this is. Are we really trying to order pizza, or is this proof of concept? If I get to the point that I get a pizza, that would be a step up from what happened 2 weeks ago when I ordered the pizza with Terraform. It said I had an order and they never received it. So I would love that. What OS is this? I'm using Linux, specifically Bluefin, Project Bluefin. That's the distro that I use. So it's not, don't call it a distro is what they say, but it's basically a distro. It's a development focused Linux distro. So if you scroll all the way down, that's my intro video. You can see it on Project Distro. So I found one person that has provider pizza with no information. I'm not going to blindly run it. Org name, provider, generate and test. I could build it. Provider name. But I still need to figure out why the CRDs don't install. That still fails. Resource mapping not found for name in namespace. Do I need to say what namespace? No, you don't need. Do I? No. CRDs aren't namespaced, I thought. Provider configs, provider config usage, provider pizza. No matches for kind. Custom resource definition. Inversion. Name is the key value pair. Okay, let's look at one of these again. Package, CRDs, provider config. What? Why are you empty now? You had something in it. I swear it did. Provider. Wait a minute. Build image, image push, run all. That's just going to build. I haven't modified those. That was blank. Okay, let's go back in here. Examples. I don't even have, no, that's wrong. Package CRDs. Package CRDs here. They have stuff. Why don't I? Why is mine blank? Let's get this raw and let's see if this works. Ensure CRDs are installed first. Sorry, I almost died. Woo. All right, I'm alive. Okay. I have to have the provider pizza CRD installed. I don't have it. Ugh. So let's look up. How do we... install a provider. Install a provider. Okay. Package. Installing provider creates a Kubernetes resource representing the provider's API. Install provider also creates a provider's pod that is responsible for reconciling the provider's API. Okay. So provider constantly watches the state. So I probably need to package this first. By default, the provider pod installs the same namespace as Crossplane in Crossplane system. Install it with Helm. Install Crossplanes. So set provider packages. So I need to package this first. Install offline maybe. Crossplane installs packages from local package cache. By default, the Crossplane package cache is an empty dir volume. Yeah. If you need a cache for it, that's not what I'm doing. Install options. So I don't think there's a way to install this without packaging it first. Package revision history limits. All right. I'm trying to order the pizza. I know. Once I get it, you can come on over. All I can get is a cheese, though. I can get a single 14-inch cheese pizza. So I hope that's good enough. Okay, so I think I just have to package this. Rothgar. I think that's my Docker hub. I should double check. I will need to sign in. So that's off screen, so you can't. Man, I forgot my password here. Docker hub, continue, continue, two-factor, continue. Okay. So yes. So if I do an image push, make build, wait, build and generates the test, generate image, wait, generate and test. Why don't you have image? There. Look at, that's how make files work. There. Now we can generate, we can test, and we can push. Oh, and that's doing our build. Okay, so we already we compiled it here, or we tested it here, we generated here. We're building our container image from cluster Docker file, and we're pushing it to Rothgar provider pizza. So in a minute, once that comes through, I should see it here. Thanks everyone for joining on TikTok. We're trying to get some pizza. We're gonna try to get this time because I didn't get it last time. Okay, there's our push, but access denied. Don't I get a? Can't I? Oh, you know what? I don't have Docker Hub credentials. So do I do Docker login? If you don't have a Docker ID, yeah. I think I actually need to create, hold on a second. I need to create a key for this, I believe. How do I, where are my settings? My accounts. I'm doing this off screen just so, you know, Docker login. I know, like I thought I had the helper installed, but this one probably needs a access token. Yes. Okay, login succeeded. Now we can try pushing that again. And this was honestly one of the best things that Docker did with Docker Hub was like create on push. Is actually an amazing feature. Just go to that website and order. Yeah, I know. But what did I learn if I did it that way? Okay, so we should have, where's my, I closed it. I closed my browser. My repositories. I have a pizza provider now. Sweet. Okay, we have a latest tag on it. Now, I still need to provide, I need to install the provider. And I don't think he has a, there's no option for that. So let's go back to providers and do I modify the provider? No providers found. Sweet. Provider, let's paste copy this. Examples. Provider. Oops. No. Name. Pizza provider. And where'd that go? This didn't package a, this wasn't a package though, was it? Image. Upgrade a provider. Installation options. Because this isn't going to like install the CRDs, is it? Maybe it does. From a private registry, don't need that. Hey, thanks everyone for answering questions in TikTok. It's very helpful because I'm trying to think and read. Ignore Crossplane version requirements, manage dependencies, but this is, where do I just say describe provider revisions, Crossplane pods. I'm missing something, and I don't know what I'm missing. Here we go. Package spec. This is it. Spec. Package. And this should just be pizza provider, I think. This isn't a package, though. It's just a container, I think. Well, let's see. One way to find out. Created. Okay, get providers. Installed false. Okay, get pods. Not doing anything here. All right. Okay, describe. I didn't type that right. It's describe. I'm telling you, my keyboard just off at a slight angle is amazing that I can't type. Cannot unpack package, failed to fetch package digest. This isn't a package, I think. This is just a container. If I Docker run it, docker.io. It's just called Rothgar Pizza Provider. Okay. Unable to find what? Latest image not found. Manifest unknown. So something didn't work. Something definitely didn't work. Provider pizza. Did I typed that wrong, didn't I? Pizza provider. Ah. Rothgar provider pizza. There we go. Cannot get API. Okay. Okay, so at least we know that the image runs, but it's not a package. And that's what Crossplane wants. Crossplane wants me to have a package to get other CRDs. So I still don't know where or why, where those CRDs are supposed to come from. Let's look at, okay, I have a bin. Do I have a bin? No, I don't. Vendor. Where did this build? It built here. Provider name. Controller. It goes in bin. Oh, I bet it removes it afterwards. Can we manually? Go. Give me a binary. Do I have a binary? Okay. Pizza controller. Cannot create controller manager. Error listening on 88 listening. Find address already. Something's already listening on 8080? What's on my 8080? What the heck? Nothing's there. Nope. Okay. So I don't get a package. So I have to manually install my CRDs. But I don't know where. And this CRD, this is a CRD. Why did this give me an error again? Why did this fail for me? Provider pizza, Crossplane. Provider configs. Provider config usage. And why? Provider configs. Resource mapping not found. Provider config pizza namespace. No matches for kind. There's custom resource definition. Is that not? I might be out of it. Is it better than Terraform? Oh boy. That's a question because I did Terraform 2 weeks ago and Terraform was much easier for an individual, for me to get up and running. It was much, but it didn't work. I had to hack around a couple things. And even when I got the order ready, it didn't actually order a pizza. So yeah, they're different. They do things differently. No matches for kind, custom resource definition. Okay, get. So I need to have, yeah, this. I need the spec. But this is the spec. This creates a custom resource definition. Annotation, provider configs, provider pizza. Why? I am so confused. This tells me all the fields I can use. It has been too long. Did I apply? This is the CRD. I tried to install this. This resource is the custom resource definition. API extensions. That is wrong. That is the wrong API. That's what it is. This graduated. Get APIs. No, get API. What is it? CRD API. Which kind get clusters? No. Okay. Wait. Cluster info. Will that show me my version? No. Okay. Version. That will. 128. Client. Server 127. Okay. So where I bet my API changed from beta. I think this graduated. And that's, I think, where my problem is. Examples, but how do I view my APIs again? Sorry, I'm doing this off screen. I should pull it down here. Hold on. There we go. List of the APIs resources. API resources, that's it. Custom resource definition, API extensions v1. See, oh, so that's my problem. I'm no longer in the beta because I have 127 cluster here. So I need to edit my examples, providers. That's not it. No, examples, CRDs. It's in the make file. Where is it? Wasn't it in here? Package CRDs. Package CRDs. And these are empty. That's right. I don't know why they're empty. Yes, delete those files. Let's just grab them again. Oh, they weren't empty. I just didn't tab complete. That's it. Because I'm dumb sometimes. There we go. So here. This is what's killing me right here. That line. Let's write it. Let's open the other one. Write that. Okay, now we should be able to apply them. Okay, apply. What? V1 can't handle the customer's strict decoding unknown fields. Additional printer columns, unknown fields. So they changed in this spec. They've changed some things from beta to the final. So now we have to update this. And this is where our pull request is going to come from. This pull request is going to update their provider so that it does the right thing. But first I need to find what the actual Kubernetes CRD example. Let's see. This has some things, but I want the full API. There's a, oh man, I can't remember the website. There's a website to see the full API. Do I have it in my bookmarks? That's the question. Kubernetes YAML manifest.io. This might be it. So I have a 127 cluster and I want custom resource definition. Okay, so we should be able to look through the spec here and we'll find what we need. So first thing we know, customer resource strict decoding unknown spec additional printer columns. So this probably got moved. This got moved somewhere. What keyboard do I have? I have an Ergodox Easy. This is my third Ergodox Easy. I bought one years and years ago, one of the very first Ergodox Easies, and it worked great for me. And so I really liked it. I 3D printed a tent kit for it. And then I bought another one when I was working in an office. I bought one for home, one for work, because I would work from home 1 or 2 days a week. And then after I started working remote, I only needed one. I sold the other one. And then the one I had at home broke. It was the very first version, and something didn't work with the switches. And at the time, you had to desolder the switches. And I didn't feel like doing that, so I bought a newer version. Names, preserve unknown fields, versions. This doesn't look like the full spec, but we'll see. What chair do I have? I typically use a standing desk. I actually have a little stool, and I've been using a stool for a little over a year now. So I have a treadmill and a stool. How do I search this? Because these are all conversions, names. There's a way to wait. Let's see. EK kind. Explain. Let's do this locally. It's all lowercase. Okay, explain Okay, so that's, no, there's a K explore. I don't have kind installed or crew. Oh, it's crew. K crews. Explore, better explain. There we go. K crew install explore. K explore custom resource definition. There it is. That's what I wanted. Sweet. Okay, see, this is even better than the website. So when you can find the thing you want. So if I want to find, you can go away now. What is this? Additional spec versions. Additional printer columns. So I need this under versions. What does versions look like? Spec versions. So this is going to have to be, oh, I wish I just had an example. All right. Wow, TikTok. Why are there so many people here? What are y'all doing? Boy. You're watching me struggle through this. I need an example of, here we go. Is this a custom stable? No. Where's custom source? Okay. Version name v1. That's what I need. And then they shoved everything under this version. Versions, yep. Name v1. Served true. So I'm assuming most of this stuff is just going to be, oops. Oh, boy. I lost some of my keyboard shortcuts when I redid my Vim config, and now I don't know how to get a multi. Oh, this is painful. Where's group? Is groups still top level? Group versions. Names is still top level. Validation. Version. See, here's our, oh, see, we have a versions. Served true and storage true. So let's get back up here to versions. Let's see if this works. You know, just apply it. Apply. Nope. Okay. Can be handled by custom strict coding. Yeah. I don't know if it's still versions, additional printer columns, JSON path. What if I just take it out? I don't need this. This is just when I get things. Sub resources, unknown field. So let's go back over here. Sub resources. Sub resources definition. Scale. So this is just the sub resources. Versions, spec, sub resources. Structure coding. Unknown field. Validation. Scale. Take it out. Who cares? This all, I'm sure, got moved somewhere. I'm not going to validate it. Just take it out. We just want something to work. 22. I broke something. Status. I don't need status here. Do I need a sub-resource? Oh, wait. No, it does. Schema value. Schemas are required. Spec version. OPI, Open API schema. See, and this is one of those things where this used to be easy to do. Like create a CRD. And I understand spec versions schema. Let's go back to this example. Nope. This example. So I bet everything got moved under there. Am I coding on a tablet? Yes, I am. Cintiq tablets are the best second monitors. I have thought that for a long time. Mostly because they're easy to stream from. So if you're doing streaming like I am right now, I'm on YouTube. Hi, everyone on YouTube. They're a 1080p resolution. So it's a small-ish display for just, you know, doing whatever. When you're in a meeting, you can easily share it. And they just, what? TL Draw's not working? I always used to use TL Draw. Something broke. They had a beta endpoint. Let's see if it works. Hey, there we go. And then like if you want to whiteboard with someone, you just like you can just draw on it. Like you just pull out the pen. You don't have to switch screens or do something else or load something. You just share your screen and you can start drawing, whiteboarding, whatever you want to do. That's why I love coding on a tablet. So Cintiqs, Wacom Cintiqs for secondary monitors, absolutely my favorite. Okay, so I have this schema here. They have a storage true. Type object. Do I need the whole thing? Dang it. I just deleted the whole thing. Okay. Validation. Here's my schema. And that got moved. That's not called validation anymore. Nope. It's called schema. And this gives me everything probably. So, but I need to shove this under versions, right? I'm under a version. This entire thing. I have to look this up because I don't know in space Vim how to do this. Vim tab indent selection. Visually select 3 lines. Should that work? Oh, that did work. Whoa, 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 wait. But where'd it go? Did I go under? I want to delete it first, don't I? Moving text around. Welcome to development. Paste it under there. And then I need to select it all again and indent. There we go. Moved 87 lines. Perfect. Right. Apply. Dang it. Structure coding. Oh yeah, sub-resources. Sub-resources is not there anymore. Sub-resources, status and scale. Sub-resources, status, scale. Sub-resources, optionally enabled. But where does it go? Sub-resources. It's under versions. Okay. And we will indent it over to here, I think. Maybe not. Oh, that's helpful. Yes. Under my name. Or is that under... Man, you cannot tell from here. Where is it going? Let's try it. No, don't write a partial file. What? Why are you writing a partial file? Hey, we did it. We created the CRD. Okay. So we have one thing, and this is the provider. The provider exists now. All right. Now we got to do the same thing with the other thing, the order. So spec, and this goes under, what do we say, version? Man, this is annoying. Welcome to upgrading Kubernetes. Versions is a list. No. Versions, name, v1. This all gets moved. Did we say that? Additional printer columns. Yeah, it just goes under there. And so does my spec. Is now called schema. Validation. Schema. Pull all of this out. Where's that? Required. Delete that. Has to go under here. And now we re-indent it. No, we want it there, I think. Did that go right? Yes. No, you did not, because you're not indented one more time. There we go. But it's not a schema. What? No, you're not part of the schema. Did I moved it too far? No, that's right. That's right. Yeah, yeah. What was the other thing I need to take out? Okay, apply. Not provider pizza usages. Sub resources, that's one. And this just, I think, needs to go under my version. No, select. Strict field spec version. What? Oh. Wait, I decided last time I need these two things, right? Nope. Ah. Okay, let's try this again. JSON path unknown, field spec. Unknown fields. That should not be indented under there. That's why. What are you under? You're under name. What does it say? Additional printer fields 3. JSON path is unknown field. Additional printer columns. Type JSON path lowercase. Lowercase JSON. I bet that's. No. Why did the other one not complain? I can't imagine they did it on one. Nope, that works. Okay. Sure, whatever. Okay, so we have our CRDs. Get CRDs. I think provider configs, provider pizza. Sweet. Now, let's go back up here. Examples. No. Order? Order. This is the one that I tried to apply before. This is an order. I can't imagine this is going to work. Partially because, one, I don't have the container running yet. The provider, the CRD exists, but the container is still not running. I don't have the actual provider there. Let's see if... let's go back to the make file, because this was giving me a run command, and it tries to apply those CRDs. Now that we fixed them, they should work, but I already applied them manually, so I'm taking that out. Make run. I don't actually need to generate it or build it. Why? Oh, and you're... What is using... web... Oh, Tailscale? Tailscale, what are you doing? What? Yes, I know I can order a pizza from Grubhub. Thank you, Mike Lee. Thank you for... But where's the fun in that? You gotta have a little fun. Okay. Oh man, it's already 10:30. I gotta start these streams earlier if I'm gonna actually get this going. Scale down. We're running a web cache on 8080, and I need that to stop. Okay. Okay. Make run. The distro, or at least the... Oh, come on! Provider config cannot start controller man. No matches for kind provider config in version provider pizza. The Bluefin is the distro I'm using. Provider config. This is the same thing I just submitted. And what don't you have? What are you looking for? No matches for kind. Provider config. It's right there. Scope cluster. Group. I feel like I need some sort of image in here. Right? It's got to be something. Provider config status. Reason. Let's look at this. Let's see if we get any other information from these logs. So required lease, deployment runtime. Of course there's something deprecated. Beta features enabled. I don't see anything in here about a provider. I think I'd rather starve than have to solve errors for my food. I mean, granted, like when I cook food, I'm solving problems all the time because I burn it most of the time. So, yeah. What am I struggling to do? I'm trying to order pizza using this Crossplane Crossplane is a infrastructure as software sort of thing. But I have this pizza provider. It's not mine. Someone else wrote it, and I'm trying to use it. You know the other question I can do. I don't know if Grant's still at Upbound. And he's on Twitter. Okay, wait. Let's see if I have the Crossplane Slack. Someone can probably help me out. Sign into another workspace. 3 more. Nope. Where is it? Where I don't recognize my browser. Come on, Slack. Whoa. So many emails. What happened? I like went away for an hour. Okay. General. And let's see who am I looking for? I'm looking for Grant. Excuse me. Asking questions in Slack. Okay, let's see if anyone gets back to me. Oh, wow, I have... Great, thanks. A couple comments on YouTube. What's the error? Well, the error is... What is the error? That's a good question. Where was the error? Here. I'm trying to build it and run it. Start stable runtime. No matches for kind provider config in version provider pizza. Oh, because this is... Well, it's still the alpha. Did I name my CRDs wrong? I probably did. Version. Where did my version go? See, they have version V1 Alpha 1. Wait, what happened? Oh, this is V1 Alpha 1. I don't know that I... Did I store the right version? This is wrong. Wait, this isn't what I just had. There it is. Versions. V1 Alpha 1. It overwrote something while it's building. That's what it did. That's terrible. Oh, and look, and this one's blank again. There, I got undo. It's overwriting something. Yes. Can't open file. No such file or directory. What happened? It's right here. Package CRDs. Package CRDs. They're there. Okay. There was something in the build process that's overwriting those. Load file. And it blanks it. Yes. Can't open file for writing. No such file or directory. Test. Can you write that? No. What? There's a folder there. Okay. What? Package CRDs. It exists. Why move? Documents. What? I just wrote it. I'm glad I kept this Vim buffer up. Why? I don't know why my files say they go away. Cat package CRDs. This one. It's there, but I bet this is the wrong one. Yeah, because this has the wrong spec. They changed the spec, so why can't I write it now? Load file and options. Okay. This file is mine. Ugh. Come on. Provider configs. Provider config usage. Override existing. And then can't open file. Did it change? Did you write that? No. Error. Cannot write. What is going on? No. Package CRDs. That's not the right file. Configs. And then it completely ruins it. Versions. And I need to take this all the way back up to the top. Now I'm good at this. I don't think I should be, but I'm good at this. So this goes under spec. Under this spec goes my additional printer columns. That's my name. So wait. And then under that, I also have this validation is now called schema. And this whole thing has to go under my version. So delete it out of here. Put it there. But I got to indent the whole thing, 87 lines. I could have just gone down 87. There. Now you can write. Okay. It wrote the file. Save the file. Apply the file. Ensure secret. Oh, I did it wrong again. No matches for kind. Customer resources. Oh, I didn't change my beta 1 to V1 because I'm using Kubernetes 1.2.7. What? Request is invalid value. I indented something wrong. I'm positive. Wait, unknown field. Oh yeah, because that has to be all lowercase. C2. No. Unknown field spec version. Oh, that's probably not there. Sub resources has to move up here and then indent twice. Invalid value v1 must appear in spec versions. Stored versions. What? I don't understand that error. Oh boy. Dude, I know, indent and YAML. This is like YAML. YAML is one of the reasons I recommend people like, or at least white space is in general, is one of the reasons I don't recommend people learn Python first, because debugging white spaces is a lot harder than debugging semicolons. Like I can see the semicolon, I can't see the white space. So just Python and JavaScript are both fine. Usually I say go with JavaScript first. It gives you a little more structure. Harder to write, but easier to debug. Status, stored versions, invalid value, stored versions. And then it says what? Invalid value v1 must appear in spec versions. Oh. That's the only place it shows up. Just remove it. Does that work? Nope. Must appear in spec versions. So that's what I had before. I had v1 there before. And now I'm curious why. What have you walked in on? I'm sorry, Scott. You should probably just swipe away. Just go somewhere else. This looks like a nightmare. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of is. I think I had a dream about this last night. It was. BWK 2008. Crossplane is awesome. Cool. How do I make it work? I would love for it to work. The pizza company is Domino's. The interface is this provider, which is not working for me. So if I change this to v1, I bet this works. That works. What? But my stored versions, invalid value v1 must appear. So somewhere in here, the stored versions is only looking at v1, and so I have to write it there. Package, I can delete this now, right? No. Diff with this one. Yeah, we indented a bunch of stuff. This one wouldn't let me override it. Okay, so let's... Wait, is this right? Yeah. Move this version to... Oh, that's configs. Oh, which one did I just apply? Why won't this run? Oh, I bet that's going to override me again. Dang it. Provider cannot start controller manager. No matches for kind. Provider config. Cannot start controller manager. No matches for provider config. Let's search for that. Here, let's see. Let's do ChatGPT. Here we go. All right, we're gonna say, oh, I had it. Must have expired. Whatever. How do I fix the error message with Crossplane? Guarantee you nothing. Check provider config existence. Ensure you have created the provider config resource in your cluster. The resource defines the configuration for connecting to an external resource. Provider config. Get none. I have none. So that's I don't. So I don't know if I maybe that's right. It could verify provider definition. I thought that's what. Wait, that's what I applied. Okay, get Where's my pizza? Pizza provider configs. That's literally what I put in here. Provider configs. Why is there get providers? Pizza provider installed. False. Oh, because that's why I tried to install the package, and the package didn't work. This is terrible. This is just the worst. Why is it not installed? Describe. Not found. What? Pizza provider. Oh, that's Preza. Preza provider? No, pizza. Can't type at an angle. Failed to fetch package digest. Yeah, so there I don't have, this isn't an actual package. This is just a controller. So I don't know if I have to make is a requirement to make a package to run. Authentication required. Wait, it couldn't fetch. Oh, do I just need a secret? Wait. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. No, it's public. Public view. It's available. Unexpected 401 unauthorized. Why are you unauthorized? Pizza provider. Rothgar pizza provider. Manifest. Unauthorized. Pizza provider. Provider pizza. Provider pizza. Damn it. Okay. Oh, seriously? Okay. So I just need to rename this. This is under provider. Provider pizza. Provider pizza. Wait, how did this get here? Okay. Pizza. This needs to be called. I can't even read that. How do I oh no, don't do that. Okay, let's fix this. How long did I spend on that? How long was that me not reading the error? Terrible. Copy or change has been stored. At least one of API versions kind and name was changed. Hey, that's a cool feature. I didn't know it did that. Nice. Okay. Get pizza provider. Pizza provider. It's still wrong. Where am I? Provider pizza YAML. Just delete it. Go away. And now we're going to name this properly. Provider pizza. Provider pizza. I don't need the status. I don't need that. This. Does it work? Okay, apply. Provider pizza. Created. Okay, get providers. Provider pizza. Installed. True. This whole time. I just named it wrong. Okay, get pod. Do I have a provider pizza in? No. Local path provision. No, that's for storage. Okay, well, it's installed. It's installed, I think. Okay, no, go away, ghost script. I always do that. Get status. I need to just I want to save my pizza config. No. Can I make an order now? This was that order. I tried it before. Yeah, I don't have order provider pizza Crossplane installed. That is not available. Correct. Oh. I need this resource installed. And we're going to have to fix up everything again. JSON. Okay. One thing done. Versions. We put this under spec. We take additional printer columns. I'm good at this now. I told you. We indent it once. No. Yeah, name. We're going to get our validation. Rename that. Take all this validation. And move it up under our version. Wow, that's a lot of validation. Type. This goes under here. I need to select all 87 lines again. I got to remember that keyboard shortcut. Type object here. This is it? Spec. Where'd you go? Is it right? Yes. And I have to change my API for the CRD. Package CRD orders. I missed something. Schema type is required. I should yank those 87 lines. Well, I did it first. Yes, I'm doing this for learning. Bat request. Oh, and this is that. Wait. Spec sub resources. Unknown field spec version. Oh, I missed that part. There was a version at the bottom. Yeah, here. I think I'd take that out. And my sub resources has to go under here. Under my version, I think. Schema type. Schema type. Unknown field. Spec version schema required. Let's fix the first one. Cannot be handled as a customer strict. Yeah. Status. Unknown field. Oh, I didn't. Is it indented wrong? Schema. Yeah, this got moved. I selected too much. Did I? What the heck did I do? Because I have status down here. I don't know what that status is. Oh, boy. I'm not going to eat lunch today if I don't get this pizza. This is all my schema. Let's go over to... Wait, what was there? Status. Unknown field. It's not those statuses. There's another here. This one. I don't know what that does. You never know what it does. Okay, let's just see if we delete it. Delete. I think I'm indented wrong now, though. That's what sucks. No, that's not what I want. And then type. Oh, that's going to have a ton of types. This one. Schema required. This one. We're just taking out the ones that we don't. Okay, wait. Must not be empty at root. Okay, type. Ah, you just told me you didn't want it. Type. Schema type string. All right. Numbers on the lefts. The numbers over here, these are this is the line number right here, 139. And these are the relative numbers, positive, like up and down from there. Because in Vim, you do a lot of things with like relative numbers. So if I want to jump down 7 lines, I would 7 GG. And that, nope, that went to line 7. Sorry, that was wrong. There's a 10 GG will jump to line 10. But if I want to go down 10, let's say I want to 10 yank line. Oh, it flashed. You can jump around in Vim based on those relative numbers. So they're helpful if you remember the keys. I have changed all of my Vim config and I don't remember most of the keys now. 10J. Thank you. 10. Oops. 10J. There you go. So that's your jump. And 10 capital J. Nope, that's going to jump where? Whoa, frick. Get out of here. I don't know. Yeah, I moved over to Space Vim. Is that what I'm using? I'm using like a framework now that I did a couple weeks ago, and I'm like relearning all of my everything because I had an old config. So what was I looking for? This error message. Where'd it go? Type is required. And if I look at my type here, it says that. I could look at my, see what they say for type. Type objects. That's probably what I pulled out of there. So we just throw that back in there. If we can apply now, nope. Error converting YAML to JSON. Oh, that is the worst. Line 26 meg. That's where 26? Metadata type. Oh, what the heck? Where did my type go? Didn't I just put that in there? Oh, I put it up here. No, that's right. This is all embedded. I have a type here though, but that's under metadata. Mapping values are not allowed in this context. Error converting YAML line 26. It can't be line 26. It has to be the one that I just changed. If I do that, I get a different error. No, 25 values are not allowed. So that did. Okay. Oh. What? Oh, I see. There. What happened here? There. Oh. Order. Properties. All of these got. What? Deletion policy. Description. Oh my gosh. The heck did I do? Let's go back in here. No, it wasn't under there. It was packages. Order. Look at this. I messed up all of this. We're at for provider here. Spec, description, all the way down to for provider. So let's yank all that back out because I deleted all of it. Is that right? Spec properties is under. Okay. Now we should be back. Dang it. Oh, wait. Version 1, properties, metadata spec. No, that's not right. Properties, metadata spec. It doesn't like that. I'm in the wrong spot. This is my metadata. It should just be type object. Everything else should be unindented once. And this is why being a YAML engineer is not fun. Where is it? Where's the end? Let's go back one. I bet this type object was supposed to be metadata. I've made bad choices. This was not the thing that I expected I'd be doing. It annoys me how this guy uses Vim. Yeah, I know, and it's like it's one of those things where you watch someone else use a tool you know really well, and you're like, this is infuriating. It's like when you watch someone play solitaire on the computer. Anyone else used to do that? And like you're like, make this move. No, do that one. And you can see it all way better. And I tried switching to VS Code for the past 3 years, and my Vim muscle memory is so bad now. I decided to switch back to Vim, but it's going to take a while to build that back up. For provider, unknown field, provider config ref. What are you under? You're supposed to be top level, aren't you? I feel like I should just start over with this. I've modified it too much. Okay, let's start over. We know we want that out. We know we need... Oh, I don't want that. Undo. C to P. These all have to be lowercase. I know there's another way to do that. I don't want to do all of... Okay, yeah. I want all of those. This goes under... There's a versions... Right, versions. lowercase. Name v1. Because last time I had v1 alpha 1, it didn't work so well for me. But this all goes indented under there. This is an order list. This is a spec. Validation turns into schema. And then this all moves under my spec. No, my name. Right? Yeah, that's going to go, and we're going to put it right under this name. How do I select 179 lines? I forget. Visually select so I can indent them. How do I indent 179 lines? If I do 179 that? Nope. Wait, 179 indent. Nope. I don't remember how to do it. So I gotta do it the hard way. Yeah, I could globally JSON to JSON, but I didn't know if JSON capitalized was somewhere else in the doc. But also like search JSON CW. Wait. Is this right? 2. Okay, there we go. Move those under. Sub resources has to go under. And I need it under name. And I called this okay, let's see if that works. Apply. One, but I don't want, one is my current line. But wait, that's gonna change the beginning of the line to be a tab. I guess that would add 1 tab, but I need 2 tabs too. Yeah, I'm using NeoVim. I'm using SpaceVim as the framework for it. Brings all the plugins with it. That's one of the reasons I don't know what I'm doing, because they have a ton of stuff that I'm not used to. Like this menu is completely new to me. I don't know how to use it yet. SpaceVim is not something I've spent enough time in. Man, I've been going for 2 hours. This is much better than TikTok. Thanks for joining me on YouTube. Yeah, the YouTube side of it's going to be a lot better. You can see a lot more. But I'm still stuck. And what was my current error? Unknown field spec schema, property spec, write connection secret to ref. Did I indent that too much? No, we're under spec properties. These. Okay. This is why JSONet is I mean, like JSONet solves some of these problems, right? Like that's, that is an option here. But I mean, some people would say Q is the solution there. Okay, I just downed 2 water bottles. I'm gonna take a bathroom break, and maybe I'll think of a solution here. Whatever. I'll be right back. So can I just say, this is why Kubernetes upgrades are hard. I can't believe there's 100 of you on TikTok that are like interested in this. This is bizarre to me. Okay. My mic on this might die. So if I lose audio on TikTok, someone tell me. Because I can see the comments still. But I have to charge this battery. This battery on the mic doesn't last super long. What language is this? This is English, mostly. It's English-esque language. Using Crossplane to automate Azure environment. Cool. Can it order a pizza? That's the question of the day. We're trying to order this stupid pizza, and to think, like, I was worried when I started this that Domino's wasn't open yet. That was 2 hours ago. Okay, so my error is I'm standing up. I'm gonna stand up too. I can't sit on that stool the whole time. It's just not very comfortable. Okay, so we want to still figure out why this error is happening. It's a bunch of schema. Customers in version 1 cannot be handled. Yeah. Property spec for provider. Unknown fields. Provider config ref. So let's go back to this. Also need to lift up this monitor a little bit now. Wait, I had it in here. I don't think that's not a Kubernetes thing. That's a property. See, this is all under the schema. Property schema for provider. Unknown field. Where did that change? I need to diff these things. Properties. Oh, and this all came from the one I just downloaded again, right? I think so. Description, properties. It's not under spec. It's here. Why does this have... Oh, I hate these nested. I just want to like get rid of all of the schema validation. Like don't check it for right now. I just want a pizza. For provider. Managed resources represents external service in a provider. When users create a new managed resource, the provider reacts. Managed resource field. Oh, see, these are all... For provider, there we go. The spec for provider of a managed resource maps to the parameters of an external resource. For example, supports defining the AWS region. Spec for provider. So this is a CRD. Crossplane considers the for provider field of a managed resource the source of truth for external sources. Crossplane overrides any changes made from external resource outside of Crossplane if a user makes a change. So this has to be... It's a Crossplane field. Why does Kubernetes care? That is the question. Oh, no. orders. What, don't, now it worked? What? Wait, it made an order. Or that was the CRD. Orders. I have an order. Can I make run now? No. No matches for kind order in version. I have to change the version number. Okay, get CRDs. Orders. Ah, what? No. It's looking for a v1 alpha 1 order. And I named it v1. There it goes. This is my orders, right? Yeah. Package, CRD, orders. Sure, CRDs. And then it fails again. Oh. Wait a minute. What? Did you? Okay, so it's generating it every time. It's generating these files. It's using Cube Builder to generate the files. What? No, I just wrote you. Provider, pizza. You're right there. Okay, wait. I move this keyboard or TikTok up because it's hard to type with you. Is mine still? Am I still working? Yeah, you're still good. Okay. Wait, which? Go away. Order. See, it overwrote the whole thing. So it's generating. So the generator, this just isn't going to work. This just full on is not going to work. Because every time it generates these, it's generating these specs based on a version it has somewhere in Cube Builder. So I have to find... Is there a controller runtime? And it's generating the wrong spec. It's generating a spec for an older version of Kubernetes. So here's, okay, we're gonna try to make this work by doing this. Kind, delete cluster, kind. Delete clusters, I bet. Clusters, kind. Okay. Kind, create cluster, help. Nope, that was kind. Help. Where do I say a version? I know if I can say a version. Do I have to do it in the spec? Oh yeah, image, create cluster. Multi-node clusters, community. Why freaking API version? Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Kubernetes version, per node options. Control plane. Role. Kind est? Is that a thing? Kind est. Okay. Sure. Nope, that's not what I want. So I can look in here, see what node tags are available. No, I'm on 127. Let's do like a 123. Well, let's look when Gateway API, beta support. When did this upgrade? Graduated beta, so 125. So I need a 124 image. There's a 124 image. So we'll define a cluster. Oh, it's insert mode. Like, why is it, what's it doing? Image 24 dot whatever's late is, what am I on, 15. Kind get clusters. Config kind YAML. Okay, so we're making a 124 cluster. We're just going back in time because, yeah, I'm not going to upgrade this whole thing. I'm not going to upgrade the cube builder spec because it's generating that config on the fly for the cluster. And then it's not valid as I try to put it into the cluster. So at this point, all of the editing, the last 2-ish hours of debugging and figuring out that I spelled things wrong, all of those things don't matter. And we're just going to use an old version of Kubernetes. And then hopefully, so I do need to export that. Okay, get nodes. Okay, we have a cluster ready. Cool. And now I'm going to git stash. Okay. Let's see if this works. No. Of course. No matches still. Wait. What? Mapping not found from package. No matches for custom resource definition in version 1. Is that... We're on a 124 server. Are you serious? No matches. So there's no K API. Custom resource definition. There's no what? Oh, it's extensions. API extensions is still v1. So I have the wrong version of a cluster still. Delete this cluster. Let's go back a version. Do they just have a version 123? That'd be cool. If they do, we'll see. I could just search for it. 1.23. 123.17. Let's go with that. Cluster. There's a way to export. Yeah. All right, let's go back in time again. 123. Will there be pineapple on the pizza? Unfortunately, no, because this controller has a case to only let me order cheese pizza. Where is it? You may only order cheese pizza. There's my order. And there's a case statement in here. Here. I can only order a bottle of Coke, a 2 liter of Coke, or cheese pizza. That is it. That is all I'm allowed to do with this provider. Not the best interface, but we will see what we can do. Going back to 123, because who knows if the API. Okay, we're up and running. Okay, version. We're on 123.17. And make run. Make run. Just, okay, I give up. I completely give up. What? It's the same error. API extension v1 beta 1. API extension v1. Do I need to... Does validation happen client side? Do I need an old version of kube control? That would be the worst. Let's see. Does Kubernetes... There is client-side validation, server-side validation. When you use locally on your machine. Basic syntactic correctness. Format. I can't imagine it does API versions. Yeah, I assume. Download. Thanks, Andreas. I'm determined. It's got to be a way. Releases. Here we go. Fun fact. My first pull request to Kubernetes was a curl to bash how to install kube control. I did it for the docs. I want one 23. Are we on 17? Sure. Is that there? Let's see if we get it. It looks like it's downloading something. It's 11:30 Pacific time. Pulp just upgraded to 128. Yeah, like that's like these upgrades are just killer. CH mad. I am CH mad right now. Look at that. We don't even get color output back in the day. Which all? Oh, which? Okay, so I'm gonna move into local bin. No, on yes. Let's do this. There we go. Okay, now I'm using the correct version of kube control. I have very little hope that this works. And this is just using from my... Oh, this is using a full kube control. See, and that's still wrong. Why? Alias kube control equals... Where'd it go? There. Okay. Let's try it. Let's just try it. Let's just go. Nope. I give up. I don't know. I got nothing. It doesn't like that API. And I'm using 123 now. And if I go back to API version, I still have the V1. Like, when was this create? Like, what version of Kubernetes do I need? Where's my... Where's the Docker Hub? Where did Docker Hub go? I had it up here somewhere. In 21. Is that a thing? Does it get an image? I don't know if they have an untagged one or an minor versioned 121. Node. This is the type of the bug you figure out in the middle of the night before you go to sleep. Yeah, and that is why I still say that naps are the best debugging tool. If you can, no. If you can take a nap, you'll figure it out. 14. This is my last hope. This is it. I'm gonna just try it. If it doesn't work, we failed. I'm gonna stop. I'm just gonna go get some. Actually, just go like buy my own food. like a caveman. Going and buying food with a credit card and talking to a person. I have very little hope, and I'm not even gonna bother downloading another binary because we know that wasn't a client side error. But I also could just like query the API, right? Like I could see like, is there a beta API? If there is, this might work. If there's no beta API, then this is not gonna work. Why 121? I don't know. Just because I felt like it. It has a beta API. What? Oh, no way. Make run. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's running. The controller's there. It's running. Go away. All this stuff. Okay, get orders. Orders. I need to create an order. No way. No way. Wait, I can get stash pop. Get stash. How do I, what's my few steps? Man. Okay, get stash. Get checkout from the stash. I only have one stash. Does this have it? Yeah. Okay, this has my... Give me that cheese pizza. Okay, create. No, apply. Order. If this works, pizza for everyone. Created. No freaking way. Warning. Cannot connect to provider. Example not found. What? What? My order error. Wow, you didn't like that. So wait, if we nothing placed, okay. Okay, get. It is interesting that this is running locally. This isn't running in the cluster at all. This is just like on my machine, so it doesn't show up here. Dang, we were so close. My order get error PC. Example for both provider config Crossplane. Example not found. Example not found. What is this example? Okay, describe order my Crossplane. Oh, okay. Get providers. Provider? Oh, I don't have. Oh, I need to install the Helm chart again. Helm install. Okay, Crossplane's coming up now. Come on. We're going to get it. What a tease. I destroyed the cluster and I forgot to install Crossplane again. Now I'm excited again. Okay, it's running. Okay, get CRDs. Okay, we got all those CRDs again. Okay. No resources. Error orders not found. Cannot get managed resources. Example not found. So there's something. Provider pizza cannot connect to provider. Yeah, there's something in this example that it's generating, and it's not. It doesn't like it. Something's missing from it, probably. Cannot connect to provider. CRDs, provider, pizza, provider config usage, provider config pizza. I need to, no, it should have created that for me. Okay, one last ditch effort. We have Helm installed. Or we have Crossplane installed. You have an example and provider config ref name and order. Oh, is that what I did? You're right. Thank you. Thank you, Purple. Man, how'd you remember that? Provider config ref. So let's... Where's the error? Provider config. For provider, example order, an order. I don't need the provider secret, but I need to find my provider config ref. That's not going to be enough. You double check the repo. Thanks, Purple. And this is why we pair program. But where is configs? None. This has the secret, and this is the example here. I don't have this anymore, do I? Because I think I... Yeah. Okay, that's the one I need, right? I see. But I called it. And here's where I really screwed up, because I had that package. And it's actually called provider pizza. But this is a package. I don't need a package. I need a provider ref. Pizza config. I don't have a secret because I'm going to say I'm going to pay cash. I don't have a secret ref. So here's my provider config. This is named example. No, provider spec. Unknown. Oh, well, I mean, oops. I don't need that. Okay. Spec is required. Of course. Of course it is. I know I've been here for like 5 hours. I started at breakfast. It's definitely lunchtime. Provider config ref. I have to have a provider config. Pizza. Provider. Examples. Provider. Provider config. Like, if we just... Let's just apply this. I don't know what this is going to do. It's named example. Payment secret. Whatever. I have no idea what's in that. Example was created. Okay. Successfully requested. No way. No way. It's doing something. Cheese pizza. Boom. We're getting pizza for lunch, folks. This is it. Friggin' 3 hours later. I got a price even. I got a manager. I got a price. No way. Yes. Okay, and they have a store phone. I have to call them. Okay, wait, hold on. TikTok, I'm sorry, I need my phone back. You're gonna have to wait. 200 of you. I'm gonna be on pause. Come over to YouTube if you want to see. I did Domino's Terraform provider 2 weeks ago. This is the Crossplane order. So yeah, go over to YouTube if you want to see. I gotta give him a call. And I think I can pause this. Gotta pause this somehow. Pause live. All right, YouTube, here we go. Let's see. Let's call them and see if they get an order. Hurry up. Phone. Oh my gosh, my phone's so slow because it's trying to stream. 909. Call. There you go.
Delicious pizza? We have premium salads, boneless and regular chicken wings, specialty chicken.
How do I get to the store?
Pasta, chocolate lava crunch cake,
Give me the store.
And much more. Be sure to add one of our side items to your order today. This call may be monitored or recorded. I'll be right with you to take your...
Thank you for calling Domino's. This is Matt. How can I help you?
Hey, Matt, my name's Justin. I was just curious if you just got an order for a cheese pizza from me.
Ooh,
I tried to...
A large, I think I made it.
It would have just come in like a couple minutes ago.
So I have 2 for Justin Garrison.
You have 2?
Yes.
Oh, what do you have?
It looks like they're the same thing. They're both for $19.38. One is a large cheese pizza. The other one is... Yeah, a large cheese pizza.
Can you cancel one of those for me?
One of them or both of them?
Just one of them. I'll come get the other one. I think I did it for pickup. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if this is... Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll go ahead and cancel that for you right now.
Thanks. And that's an in-store pickup paying with cash, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Cool. And so I'll come by in about 20 minutes?
It should be in the oven already right now. So give it like 5-10 more minutes.
Dang, you're fast. All right, cool. I'll be right over.
Yeah, take it safe.
Thanks.
Have a good day.
Bye. Friggin' yeah! They ordered me my pizza. Or I ordered my pizza through where TikTok come back. So, now I'm like have an ad. Oh, the TikTok live died. The live's done on TikTok. Sorry, folks. Thanks for coming over if you came over from TikTok. But I owe get a pizza. It's in the oven. They made it for me. They got 2 orders. I don't know why. But yeah, that's kind of amazing. And also great example of why Kubernetes is not for everything. Because the amount of time I spent trying to get this CRD to work was beyond what I should have done, or should have had to do to upgrade the CRDs and get this thing to work. And so rolling all the way back to Kubernetes 121, I'm going to go get a pizza for lunch. So order status. Oh, order status even said the oven, didn't it? No way. That's cool. Bad. Oh, they canceled this one. So he said he got 2 orders, but one never, on my side, never showed that it went through. So it's the order's bad now, but I'm gonna go get pizza because they got 2 orders, and yeah, I just way overpaid for a Domino's pizza, but I spent 2 hours learning how to use Kubernetes, so it was probably worth the training. So yeah, and thanks everyone for joining. If you want to, this is actually. I've been doing these live streams for a couple months now. I'm going to do one more of these with pizza for what's it called? Cluster for the Cluster API to use this with Cluster API and see how it works. I would also like to do one with Pulumi, but Pulumi currently doesn't have a Domino's provider. So if anyone works at Pulumi or knows someone at Pulumi and you want to create a Domino's pizza provider, I would love to run through it and try it and see how it works. But these are the only two or only three infrastructure as code, pizza as code providers that I'm aware of. So I'm running through this. I'm going to have an open source repo that's going to show what the difference is. But yeah, so I'm going to do one or two more of these streams, and then I'm actually stopping these streams next year, or whenever I finish this pizza series, to do something else. So yeah, so stay tuned. Thanks everyone again. Thanks for all the help if you left comments and helped me debug things, and I will talk to you soon.